I'm speaking with Andrew Garrett, National Investment Director at Perpetual. Andrew, thank you very much, first of all, for participating in the Inside Network's Alternatives Symposium and for your time today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, James.
Andrew, the alternative investment landscape continues to evolve rapidly. How do you identify which sectors or strategies offer the best opportunities for your clients at any one time?
Look, there's no easy tricks, James. It's a matter of continually looking and continually thinking about that risk-reward trade-off and that natural competition of capital or for capital. And so, we're constantly scouring markets. We're proud to say that we were in private credit before it was cool. We were moving into your long-short hedge fund type strategies maybe about 12, 18 months ago when opportunities opened there. So it's that constant sort of scanning the horizon for something that may be able to replace a position in the portfolio we already have.
With rising interest in private markets, it really is burgeoning quite amazingly. How do you manage the trade-offs between potential returns and liquidity needs for clients?
Very closely. Liquidity is one of those things that you can get away with for a long time, having a lack of liquidity, but when you need it, it becomes really, really important. And so we are always, anticipating or trying to model not just what our clients need, as in what they know they need, but also what they haven't realised that they might need in future. So it's, again, no easy shortcuts. It's a matter of really delving into each strategy and properly understanding what solution you're trying to provide.
What role do you see alternatives playing in a balanced portfolio, particularly in the current environment? And just extending that question a little bit, can there be a balanced portfolio these days without alternatives?
Gee, it's a really good question. And, we regularly hear that sort of competition between, is the 60-40 portfolio still okay? I think alternatives sources of beta within a portfolio is really useful. So I think in this day and age, it's the right thing to have alternatives within a portfolio. But let's bear in mind, not all alternatives are alike. And we are getting increasingly concerned that there's a lot of Me Too type investment products or investment solutions out there that give the sense of what you want from alternatives, diversification and alternative beta, but they're actually, when you look below the surface, that there's a lot of risks in there that maybe aren't being properly communicated.
Given the depth and scope of the discussions here at the Alternative Symposium, are there any new ideas or strategies you're considering picking up and implementing?
No, look, I think something that's really impressed me with the conference is, it just refreshes and reinvigorates that knowledge that the alternative space is constantly evolving. And, I remember maybe 20 years ago, the idea of putting alternatives in a client portfolio, particularly, a not-for-profit or a charity, was very, very sensitive to discuss. There was this concept of it being a black box and being something that wasn't very good. These days, it's more widely accepted. It's just a matter of making sure that you are looking in the right places. There are certain areas now that have had so much attention that you're probably not being properly rewarded for the risk or illiquidity. And so from my point of view, what's inspired me is that ability to constantly look at where's the next bit of, risk-adjusted performance that I can add into client portfolios.
How do you approach risk management with respect to your alternative investments? And are there particular indicators or market signals you watch more closely than others?
Obviously, with alternatives being sort of by their very nature, they tend to be a longer burn type investment. There's no short-term signals or anything that we look at like that. But, for us, when we first started looking into alternatives, 20 odd years ago, we couldn't find a solution that met our needs from a risk management point of view. And so that led us to create our own alternatives program. And the reason why we did that is because of scaling issues, a lot of clients can't afford to get a full breadth of alternatives because of minimum deal sizes. We're able to invest across segments and also through vintages. So we're able to provide that sort of evergreen approach, but with a really balanced blend of alternatives while seeking all those new developments in alternatives at the same time.
Andrew Garrett from Perpetual, it's been a pleasure hosting you at the Alternatives Symposium, and thanks again.
James, thank you.